In this video, I'm going to show you how to clean both the full-size rollers and small trim rollers. I'll cover what you need and how to do it. I'm also going to show you how to stop your roller from drying out if you're taking a break or using it again the next day without wrapping it in plastic. All of these sleeves have been used before and cleaned. As you can see, they look almost brand new because if you're careful, these can be reused a number of times. Eventually, they will start to get worn out and getting a little crusty. What we do is set these aside and we'll use them for oil-based or alkyd primers. Generally, if we're using oil-based paints, we're not painting a smooth surface. So these work fine, even if they're a little rough, because again, we don't need a smooth, perfect finish if we're priming with oil. Before I show you how to clean the rollers, I'm going to show you what setups we use because that does actually help the process go a lot faster. We use these Sims 9-inch trays with disposable liners and tray covers. These are really useful because if we're using an alkyd or an oil-based paint, we can simply dispose of the liner. If we're using acrylic or a latex, we can actually scrape these out and reuse them. Some paints will shrink and crack. This one here, I think was a ceiling paint and it has cracked and we can't reuse this, so this will get thrown out. If these liners get scraped out really well once you're done, you can reuse them multiple times. This liner was used with an acrylic wall paint and is good to go again. So we'll set this aside, use it on the next job, and reduce waste even further. The tray cover does a great job of sealing the paint and roller so that we can take a break for lunch or even for a few days and the paint won't dry out. These trays are also compatible with the Sims tray arm, which I'd say is a must-have. It makes rolling way easier. Now, I have no affiliation with the brand. I pay for these products and I recommend them because I think they work well. Now I'm going to show you how to clean out the rollers. This is a super simple method and can be done in just a few minutes. All that you need is the tray you used to roll, some water, and a 5-in-1 or painter's tool. The first step is going to be to clean out the roller and the tray. We're going to scrape out all the extra paint left in the roller back into the paint can, as well as all the paint that's in the tray. You can scrape out the sleeve by resting the metal part on the edge of the can and then using the crescent shape on your 5-in-1 to remove excess paint. The sleeves hold a lot of extra paint, so you want to make sure you scrape them out well so that you're not wasting material. Doing a good job is also going to make the cleaning process easier later on. Once I've scraped out the sleeve, I'm going to set it aside on top of my tray cover and then start cleaning out the liner. If you leave lots of thick, goopy paint, it's not going to dry properly and it's going to take a few days to dry out fully. If you do a good job scraping out all the excess paint, these disposable liners can actually be reused multiple times. Once I've finished cleaning out the liner, I'm going to remove it before I start cleaning the roller. The cleaning process itself is very simple. All I'm going to do is add a bit of water to my tray, saturate the roller, and scrape it out the same way that we did by removing the excess paint. Simply rinsing and repeating this process will eventually clean out the roller. As you can see, after just one rinse, the roller's already starting to look cleaner. This is going to take a few rinses, but it will eventually clean up nice. I'm going to collect all of the dirty water from cleaning the roller and put it in an empty paint can for proper disposal. You don't need to use a lot of water per rinse. All we're doing is saturating the roller, scraping it out, and rinsing and repeating the process. After a few rinses, I'm actually going to remove the sleeve. That way I can wipe off the inside of the cage and collect any paint that's trapped inside of the roller. If you don't remove the paint trapped on the inside of the cage, it can look like the sleeve isn't getting cleaned because paint that's stuck inside is actually slowly being released into the water. The entire cleaning process can be done with a 5-in-1, although I do recommend using one of these cleaning tools because it does speed up the process quite a bit. This does a much better job removing the excess water from the sleeve so that the roller can get cleaned quicker. Once you're finished cleaning your sleeve, you can give your tray a quick wipe and then stand up the sleeve on its end so that it dries fully. As you can see, the cleaning method for these small 4-inch trim rollers is going to be pretty similar to full size. Rather than cleaning your sleeves at the end of every day, what you can do is remove them and store them in an empty paint can. This will stop them from drying out. That way you can reuse them the next day and they're going to be good to go. Simply take the metal end, hang it on the can, and then use your 5-in-1 to remove the sleeve and you're good to go.